Foundation Module 3, WSHS Modular Integrated Undergraduate Curriculum Physiology, Dr. Sheen, CEO and Founder Medical Superfast. Simplified Physiology, Video Lecture Notes, Guyton and Hall 14 edition. Chapter number 5, Lecture number 2, page 63. Learning Objective, Explain diffusion potentials of sodium and potassium. Diffusion potential, also known as membrane potentials or Nernst potentials, caused by an ion concentration difference on two sides of cell membrane. For sodium and potassium, these potentials are great important in processes like nerve impulse transmission and muscle contraction. The greater the ratio, the greater the tendency for the ion to diffuse in one direction. The greater the Nernst potential, diffusion potential, required to prevent additional net diffusion. Potassium diffusion. Potential. The potassium concentration is great inside a nerve fiber membrane, but very low outside the membrane. Inside cell, 140 milliequivalent per liter. Outside is 4 milliequivalent per liter. Let us suppose that the membrane is permeable to potassium ions, but not to other ions. The large concentration difference from inside to outside, potassium ions also have strong tendency to diffuse outside through the membrane. They carry positive electrical charges to the outside, creating electropositivity outside the membrane and electronegativity inside because of negative anions that remain behind and do not diffuse outside with the potassium. Within a millisecond, the potential difference between the inside and outside, called the diffusion potential, becomes great enough to block further net potassium diffusion to the outside, despite the high potassium ion concentration difference. Note: two forces are acting on potassium. One is concentration force and second is electrical force. One is carrying outside and other is keeping inside. Keep in mind, in normal nerve fiber, the potential difference required is about 94 millivolt, 94, with negativity inside the fiber membrane. Sodium diffusion potential. In this case, the nerve fiber membrane is permeable only to sodium ions. So this time, with high concentration of sodium ions outside the membrane and low sodium inside. Sodium outside 142 milliequivalent per liter and inside 14 milliequivalent per liter. These ions are also positively charged. This time, the membrane is highly permeable to the sodium ions, but impermeable to all other ions. Diffusion of the positively charged sodium ions to the inside with positivity inside and negativity outside. Again, the membrane potential rises high enough within milliseconds to block further net diffusion of sodium ions to the inside. This time, in the nerve fiber, the potential is about 61 millivolts positive inside the fiber. Summary: diffusion potentials for sodium and potassium are essential for maintaining the resting membrane potential and generating action potentials in excitable cells like neurons and muscle cells.